welcome back, everyone.
Aww.
Sayori's face falls for a moment, but she quickly picks herself back up.
It's somewhere I can just sit and read while hanging out with friends. I think they summed up the club pretty well. After all, I started it to bring together like-minded people who love literature. I'm really happy with how it's turned out so far. It's very cozy.
I made them disappear. I made my family disappear.
Yes! But enough introductions. Why don't you come in and take a seat? Why don't you have a seat, TCC? Did you bring anything to read?
As she asks that, I realize I'm not much of a reader, much less someone who loves literature.
I wish Monica would be like, we have all kinds of literature, like Japanese literature, or like history literature, or...
She just starts listing literature like Forrest Gump-less shrimp.
That's what I want.
To be honest, I haven't thought this through very well. Would joining a club that focuses on reading really be the best thing for me? I'm illiterate. No, I don't really have any books on me at the moment. I just haven't seen any good titles recently. There's this one I really, really love. It's called Go Dog Go.
I read it for my first time without my mommy on Thursday.
It was a struggle, but I got through it.
I'm going to tackle Goodnight Moon next, I think.
Goodnight Moon!
I lie through my teeth, hoping Monica doesn't see through my facade.
Manga! Manga!
I obviously don't read much, but if they believe that I do, hopefully it'll help me relate to these girls.
Well, we have plenty of books here. If you want to check out what we have, I'm sure you'll find something that matches your taste.
Is that so? Then I guess I'll head over there. Maybe something might catch my eye. I start to sweat nervously as I walk awkwardly over to the bookshelf. My pit stains are starting to grow. I hope nobody notices, but God only knows. There looks to be a good variety of books available, ranging in genre from horror and fantasy all the way down to nonfiction.
Boring.
Mein Kampf sits prominently at the top of the bookcase. Sheepishly, I turn towards...
Sakurai's book? Oh. What did we pick last time? I don't think it matters because it's a whole different game.
Yeah. So do you have any recommendations?
I'd be scared what Yuri would recommend.
I take a closer look at the books as I say that, and to my surprise, I notice that there's a rather extensive collection of Maga? What?
The manga.
No, don't say it!
The manga carta sits idly on the desk.
Manga.
Mango! There's a mango on the bottom shelf.
When I glance back up at the girls, I notice Natsuki staring down at the manga too. Our eyes suddenly meet, and she looks away, blushing.
Ew.
Wait for it. This is, I think I know. Are they gonna use that one?
Well,
remember that
what
one
do you like to read, huh?
picture where it was like, was that when they like fell in the closet?
Oh yeah, and her eyes got all like, woo!
It was your desktop wallpaper.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah.
I was like, man, I bet they'll use that again.
Well, we'll see.
Honestly, I just read manga most of the time, so the collection down there caught my eye. I didn't know that manga was allowed in a classroom like this.
Those are actually Natsuki's.
Don't just say it like that. I just put them there while I was reorganizing the closet. Monica always messes with my collection when she goes in there, so I'm trying to make more space for them. As she says this, Natsuki shoots a look at Monica, who smiles sweetly in return. Which series do you have? I read a lot, but I don't think I recognize many here. Most of the book spines are vibrantly colored, with big blocky letters announcing the titles.
You ever read Pop It a Kiss in the Dark?
Or there's my favorite, Absolute Boyfriend.
I love Absolute Boyfriend. I love Absolute Boyfriend. Animate that.
The Boss is a Maid, Rice Ball Basket, Orange High School Nightclub. I've never heard of these series in my life.
Are those real?
No.
Probably not. That probably means they're either way out of my demographic or they're simply terrible. If you're gonna judge, you can go do it through the glass on that door.
Ooh.
She points to the classroom door. Hey, I wasn't judging anything. I didn't even say anything. I could tell just by your expression. But I'll tell you one thing, TCC. Consider this a lesson straight from the Literature Club. Don't judge a book by its cover. In fact... Natsuki stomps over to the bookshelf, elbowing me out of the way, pulls a very pink book out from a box set. I'm gonna show you exactly why. With my one jagged tooth.
She bites his neck and sucks his blood.
She's like a half vampire. She unceremoniously shoves it right into my hands. I stare at the cover. It's the first volume of a series titled Parfait Girls, and features 4 girls in colorful attire striking animated feminine poses. It's exceedingly moe.
That one is that one real?
Moe?
No, Parfait Girls?
I don't think so.
No.
Okay.
Well, don't just stand there.
It was in the last game, though.
Yeah. Ooh-ah.
Ooh-wah!
Natsuki, have you considered that maybe TCC might not want to read this?
Excuse me? Who are you to say that TCC likes or dislikes something? I quickly break in to try to relieve some of the sudden tension. Thanks for your concern, Yuri, but I'm definitely open to trying out new things. I don't usually read this stuff, but I'm willing to give it a try.
Oh, all right then.
Natsuki triumphantly smirks a bit while Yuri abashedly looks away. I guess I can't satisfy everyone. I'd have thought you spent enough time in the literature club to not judge books by their covers either, Yuri.
Ooh.
Manga can have just as deep of storylines as your novels can.
I never said that they can't, it's just...
Yuri looks like she's holding herself back from saying something.
Ooh.
Just what? Just because they have pictures in them, they're childish or something? Well, there's a reason why people say a picture's worth 1,000 words. Sometimes there are things that are best described through art. Manga blends both good art and good writing to create fantastic stories. Plus, being able to actually see the characters helps you relate and empathize with them.
Natsuki's having a fucking stroke.
So fired up.
Yuri thinks to herself, looking a bit perturbed.
I see. I just meant that manga is a bit unorthodox as a medium.
Well, manga is literature too. It's obvious that the 2 girls have their differences. Yuri appears comparably more mature and timid, and seems to have a hard time keeping up with people like Sayori and Natsuki. Meanwhile, Natsuki seems to be a lot more forward and outspoken. Yes, I realize I pronounced her name 2 different ways in 2 different sentences, but whatever.
I do that constantly. I'm always like, every time I talk about JoJo, I'll be like, Jotaro. I'll be like, Jotaro. I can't help myself. I just say it both ways.
And although she looks like the youngest in the club, she's clearly just as passionate about her hobbies as the others are. Anyway, this'll be your homework for today, TCC. I'll let you borrow Volume 1 for tonight, so you can start on the next book tomorrow. But if you smudge or bend it, I'll kill you. You don't have to worry about that. I'm pretty protective of my manga, too. Is it really alright if I borrow it, though? I say that mostly because I really didn't plan on using my spare time to read this. Well, of course. It would take forever to finish if you only read it here. I might fall behind on some shows if I try to get through this.
Oh, man.
But I suppose that's necessary sacrifice in exchange for seeing Natsuki's enthusiastic face.
Cute.
Or am I more scared of what will happen if I don't finish it?
She'll kill herself.
Okay, then. The girls on the cover of the manga beam up at me, and I can't help but shiver a little bit. I guess I shouldn't underestimate what high school girls are into. Hopefully I can get away with skimming through it. Make sure you read it thoroughly, because I'll be quizzing you on it tomorrow. Is she a mind reader? In that case, I think I'll give it a shot now, actually. I want to make sure that I have enough time to finish it after all. Fine, but I'll be keeping a close eye on you then. I slide into a nearby desk as the rest of the girls dissipate, moving to work on their own things. I quickly start flipping through the pages. Given that pictures take up the majority of the space on the pages of the manga, it doesn't take me long to get through the beginning. As I read, I start to become more aware of Natsuki's sneaking peeks in my direction. She seems intently focused on my face, as if waiting to see my reactions to her manga.
Oh, man.
I clear my throat. Natsuki, did you need something? You seem to really like looking in my direction. I feel a smile creeping through as Natsuki starts to furiously blush and sputters a response. You idiot. It's not like I was looking at you or anything. I was just staring into space.
Our character's more forward than last time. I like that.
Yeah, he used to beat around the bush quite a bit.
Yeah.
Don't you have anything better to do? Huh. Yeah, of course. With that, Natsuki huffily turns away to seek refuge in the closet while loud rummaging sounds soon follow. I guess I should keep on reading then.
Guys, that screen wipe means it's time.
Oh, right, cool. 'Cause I gotta put some chapstick on.
Guys, come back next time. See what happens. See how good Parfait Girls is.
I remember him liking it.
But this is a mod. He could hate it in this one.
Oh, yeah.
Bye, you guys.
Bye, everybody.
Bye.